Good afternoon, everybody. My name's John Tankstrom, and I'm the creator of Taganize, which is a non-commercial service. One of the reasons I decided that I wanted to, well, you said to push these arrows.
It's the last slide.
There we go. So one of the reasons I created Taganize is to solve the problem of activating NFC chips and QR codes. Although today people can download apps, there's no specific service where you can actually store your QR codes or your NFC tags. So I decided it would be great to build a service where people can have their own account, store that information, and then create tags as they need them and even redo them if they need. Now, I've never tested Taganize out in any sort of setting, so when this jam came about, I thought that this would be a great way of sitting down with potential customer, having users around me to see if, the service actually works and solves any problems. So, as I mentioned, we activate, organize, and manage all your NFC needs, and we even have built-in analytics to let you know what tags are popular amongst your users. Signing up for the service is free. It doesn't cost you any money. And to make a tag only requires two pieces of information: a name that you want to give your tag, and then the destination where you want it to go. Once you've done that, you can bring your tag to life. So during this event, I got together with Hanka, and we sat down, and I wanted to learn about the different activity areas here and how they, what goes on in them, and see if we could tag them and offer people more information. So this is one that we put at the front door, and it works like this. You have the symbol like this. You simply take your NFC phone, you touch, and then the page will actually open up, and you can read more information about what's on the tag. Also, it works the same for QR codes. So we tagged a few different things like computer lab, handicraft area, music studio, which, as a matter of fact, within 20 hours has gotten over 15 hits, so we thought that that was quite interesting. What this means for young people is that when they're touching activity areas and learning more about them, not only can they share that information using peer-to-peer technology built into their smartphone, but they can also put it on Facebook and tell how great the activities that they're participating in are in, Twitter, and even email. So if you think designing is simple, you can use Taganize to build your own products and services. So start Taganizing. Thank you.
So is it an application that I need to download on my phone, or how does it work?
When you sign up for Taganize through the web taganize.com, or you download the app from the Android store or Amazon or Yandex, you create a user account. Those password and username are good at taganize.com and on your Android app.
So during these 48 hours, what did you learn, and did you have, you told you came over here to meet the stakeholders and talk over there. What kind of problems you find from them, and how did you approach during these hours?
I think one of the common problems a lot of people have is, how do you code? How do you code a web page? How do you code an HTML? And this is the great thing about Taganize. Everybody in this room I know knows how to use some sort of a PowerPoint, knows how to make PowerPoint, or knows how to use an Office document to create documents. You can use the same with Taganize. And in this case, you just upload that document onto Google Drive, Dropbox, and then use the public link to link the tag to that document. So you don't have to have this worry of not knowing how to do web coding. You can use PDF documents that have embedded links in them to have multiple things people can interact with on that one document. Sitting down and actually performing this work seemed to be very straightforward, and there wasn't any sort of hassle. Once you understood the principle of how things are arranged, it was really easy going after that.
So what was the main learning during the 48 hours?
For me, what was amazing is that as soon as we got this stuff up and running, what people wanted to see tagged, immediately young people understood what it was, and they're immediately touching and using the tags. So especially outside the music room, that really hit home when we saw how high the hit was after less than 20 hours.
Did you speak to any young people actually when you tagged the whole building? Did you gather any user experience from young people?
There's a lot of people here that actually know NFC or haven't actually used it, but know that it's in their phone. So they've actually knew that I was handing out free NFC tags, and they've came to me and asked that, hey, can I get some so that I can give it a shot? And I said, as long as you get the app, sure.
Then the Taganize, it's a little bit different over there because you had already current product over there, but I think there's a lot of options, and it was good to hear that you came over here with the open mind and find what the users would be using and find the places over here also how to really test it. And one really interesting status of us over there, it wasn't coming out, that there was only one closed place in this whole building during the weekend, and there was also one tag over there, and people tagged more that door over there to find out what that place was, so it was really working.